Welcome to my journey through the Bible. This will be applications you can apply to your life and a little more in depth about the chapter. We are in 1 King chapter 14, verses 1 through 31. Now we see that both of these kings have sinned and they provoked God to anger. Now, their sin was that they built idols and images to worship when they are to worship the only one and true God. Now, God had given Solomon peace on every side, but these two kings had split the kingdom in two. They ripped Israel apart, so they were no longer one kingdom united, but they became two, the northern kingdom and the southern kingdom. Now, when we look at our life and it is such a mess and so dirty and so overwhelming that we will come to God, and we come to God with nothing to give Him. And God will say, "Come in, my child, and I will give you rest," because God is a loving and merciful God. God will give us rest and He will give us the best that He has. Now, we'd have to ask ourselves, why would we ever go back to our old, messy, dirty lives that we had? But people seem to do it all the time. If you have been blessed with a lot of money, but your pride has went to your head, and then you begin to waste all this money until you have absolutely nothing, then you will come to God and say, "Hey, I've sinned, forgive me." And you know what? God's going to say, "You're my child. I love you and I forgive you," because He is a merciful God. But that does not mean that He will restore back to you all of your money that you wasted away. Now, we will have to work very hard in order to make sure that we keep God our focus. And sometimes we're going to learn lessons the hard way by making the wrong choices and having to deal with the consequences of that. And then when God gives us His gifts, hopefully we will learn to use those gifts wisely and not waste them away. Now, while it may be nice to have money, there is no amount of money that can get you into heaven. When you remove God from your life, then everything you have is useless, no matter how valuable it may seem to you. May God be with you in everything and every way.